This guy has blinded you. This guy has tricked you. Before you get married, I'm gonna find out what the hell is really going on, because I know damn well he's not doing it for love.
I'm Debbie. I'm 67 years old, and I live in Sugar Hill, Georgia. Look at the cats in the bag. Somebody's got hats over here. I describe myself as being perhaps a little eccentric, somewhat quirky personality. It's so cute. It's so Debbie. If I may use the old adage, it's like I hear a different drummer drumming. I'm gonna start a new trend, man. This is my little art studio, gallery, workplace where I make jewelry and sell jewelry. My home is filled with antiques and a lot of artwork. It's like a protection to be surrounded by beauty. I sell semi-precious gemstone jewelry, and I love painting. I started early as a child. Painting is my friend. It never lets me down. Growing up, my mother had some significant mental health issues. I never knew any kind of normalcy or structure, and as I got older, I never knew what a healthy relationship should look like. I was very, very naive, so I was very trusting. I've been married twice. I was married to my first husband for 4 years, and we had a son named Julian. My husband was basically a womanizer, and he would drink a lot, and so I left and never looked back. Love doesn't come in that nice, neat little package that we thought so as little girls, you know. We thought, oh, our Prince Charming's coming. Well, they don't teach you that, you know, sometimes it's the big bad wolf. I met my second husband shortly after I left my first, and we married rather quickly after I got pregnant with my daughter, Sandy. I was married to Sandy's father for 23 years, and then everything started going south. He started traveling more than normal for work, so I started to get suspicious. I hired a private detective, and they showed me photos of him with another woman in another country. It was such a gut-wrenching time in my life that I lost Debbie for a while. I wanted to represent myself as an older woman that's half of a skeleton. We don't know what can happen to us. And, you know, and I wanted to capture that. For 12 years, I sat behind closed doors. I swore off men until I met Oussama.
Cuckoo papa, cuckoo papa.
He's from Morocco. He is an artist and a poet.
Got me hooked with your wild ways and adorable malaise.
I met Oussama on social media. He commented about my artwork, and he was very complimentary. And every now and then I'd get another message, and then all of a sudden, he's like a tree that takes root in your heart. And so after about 6 months talking online, I decided to get on a plane and go to Morocco and visit with Oussama. I knew Oussama was younger, but I didn't know how much younger until we met in person. At first, I said, look, Oussama, I just can't do this. You're too young. But he made me see that it wasn't about the age and circumstances. It's about a deeper level of connectivity and us being a team. He's 24 years old, but I love him. I've known Oussama a little over 3 years now. I've only been to Morocco twice, but after years of communicating, Oussama said, "Debbie, come to Morocco and be my wife." So now I'm fixing to move to Morocco in 2 weeks. My son Julian and I are really close. He pops in all the time to visit me and chat or talk about anything and everything. But I'll tell you one thing, he's not a big fan of Oussama at all.
Why you gonna need all this? People gonna see this, you're gonna get robbed?
No, Oussama protects me.
Really? Osama's gonna protect you?
Yes. Come on, let's go sit down and talk, man. It's like, don't get on my case. Ever since I told Julian I was moving to Morocco to marry Oussama, he's been pretty hateful about it. He thinks I'm going to get used and abused, and he thinks I'm gonna be like lost in the Sahara Desert or something. I mean, he's a police officer, he's a lieutenant, but I don't wanna talk to the cop, I wanna talk to my son. I just don't know what to think about you. It's like you're always negative about it. You know, at least give him a chance.
Okay, look at it from my point of view. This guy's young, okay? He lives in a third world country. He has no job. This is 100% catfish.
No, he's not in it for the money. Ah, Julian.
I'm
If
telling
you
you.
only knew him, if you would quit
I don't
being
need to know.
judgmental.
What you told me of him is already what I need. That's all I need to know. When I found out that my mother was engaged to a 23 or 24-year-old Moroccan male, it made me sick to my stomach, and I thought it was a joke. Being 24 years old and proposing to a 60-something-year-old woman, that raises red flags. I'm worried about someone that's going to be using you, that's going to take everything.
Take everything what? You know, do you think I'm stupid? You're gonna say, hey, here, Oussama, get on my bank account. You think I'm gonna do something crazy like that?
Well, you're doing crazy ass
Oh, no,
now.
I didn't just fall off the turnip truck.
It sure does seem like it. You just fell off the turnip truck. How do you know he's not scamming you?
I know because in all this time, he has never asked for money.
Not yet. My mom has always been such an outgoing, friendly, loving character. She's a free spirit. You know, she's not going with eyes open. And I think there's something sinister behind this.
Julian, your mom and I talked briefly on the phone, and we thought it would be good if we all met together to discuss a prenuptial agreement, and I'm sure you both know what that is.
Yeah.
To protect her rights for this subsequent marriage that she's about to enter into. And the prenuptial agreement is going to basically say, in a nutshell, what your mother has is hers and only hers, and what Oussama has is his and only his.
My biggest question is, how do we know that that country is going to honor our, contract to make sure that she is protected over there if she got a divorce, or if there's some kind of issue that happened over there?
Right, I understand. Well, any contracts that I write up will be construed under the laws of the state of Georgia. So that is the best that we can do, but sometimes internationally, the other countries have different rules and regulations, but if her assets are here, I think they can be protected.
It would be wonderful if I could bring Oussama to the U.S., but, they're gonna look at my date of birth and his date of birth. That's gonna be almost impossible for him to get a visa. But this love has landed in my lap. I'd be crazy to stay here.
You do have some assets, we talked about that. You own a
Yes.
house here, and you have some money in the bank.
Yes, ma'am.
How about your future husband? Does he have anything?
No, he's just a farm person.
He's a kid.
He's not a kid.
He has nothing. What does he have?
What did you have when you were 24?
At least I had a full-time job.
Well, how old is he?
He's 24 years old.
12.
Well, I'm not your typical 67-year-old woman.
Gina, obviously, this guy is very manipulating. He's already manipulated my mom to move over there. What's to say that he doesn't manipulate her to transfer money and items later on? How is that protected?
We hope that you don't do that, Deborah,
So-
because you need to protect your
Right,
future. It flies in the face of us trying to do what we're doing with the prenuptial agreement, which is to protect our assets.
Right.
Debbie contacted me a few weeks ago. I am surprised to discover that Debbie's fiancé is only 24 years old. That is quite an age difference. Personally, I feel that there are some red flags in this situation. Debbie is traveling halfway across the world to marry a man that doesn't have any assets. She has all the assets, and she could stand to lose everything she worked for if they're not protected.
My name is Oussama, my age is 24 years old, and I live in Fiancé, Morocco. When someone asked me about Fiancé, I told them if you want to die, go to die there. I describe myself as a loner. I feel comfortable with cats, sometimes more than people, because cats, they are silence and they can talk in silence and they can feel you in the right way, not like people.
On cue, you have a cat in your bathroom.
Yeah. Ah, you feel. I like to work in the farm because, you know, it's just you and animals and your father and silence too. I don't have a job and just stay home, stay alone, because hard work can kill the creations. I'm writing a poem about Debbie. Well, Debbie, you are a revelation, a full moon, a tree, and a rose. The sun gets jealous when you walk beside me. Inside of me there is a writer and the painter and the poet. But only your arms could make warm after a season of loneliness. I write my poetry in English to reach more people because all the world now using English as a first language in the world. But only your face could shine and give my heart a vitamins of love. All my art and all my works is about sadness, melancholy, misery, and all the things can hurt humans. I know that there is a madness inside of me that I show it in my poetry and in my painting. It's you who makes the view move. It's you, the woman I love. That's it.
You sure you want to do this?
Yes, I am
There's nothing
determined.
I can do to say or make you change your mind.
That's my new nickname. Determined Debbie. And I like that. Leaving the United States, it's a mixture of emotions. When Sandy and Julian express their doubts and concerns, naturally, some of that seeps in to the cracks of my soul. You know, those scary parts. We're afraid of rejection, but I'm flying to Morocco and I'm getting married. I want that happily ever after. Ready? Let's go. Let's rock and roll. This is what it takes, and I've got to be courageous. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Here we come, Morocco. Mama's gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too. I'm gonna miss you. I mean, this not cool.
It's
you know?
gonna be okay, Julian.
I'm scared. I'm scared you're gonna get hurt. I'm scared something bad may happen.
Nothing bad's gonna happen. I want you to be happy for me.
I mean, in a different situation, I'd be super ecstatic for you. But it just, to me, doesn't add up right. He's young, Mom. Mom's like my best friend, you know? I mean, Mom is kind of like she's the crazy glue of the family. And I know when I have issues or if I need to blow off steam, I can just go to Mom's house, you know? Or if I just need a break from everything, stay at Mom's house, you know? And now that's not gonna happen, you know? Somebody stole our mom from us. You got your medicines?
Yes,
I'm gonna see you. We'll worry about you all the time.
I'll be extra safe. I will, I promise. You know, that's
what if it's
that's
like
all
the
I
last
want.
time
It's
we
gonna
see
be
you or
okay.
something?
It's gonna
What
be
if it's
okay.
like something bad happens to you over there?
Nothing bad's gonna
You never know.
happen.
You can fall down, you get hurt. I really don't want you to go. Is there anything I can do or pay you money to stay?
No,
Nothing I can do.
my mind is made up. Mama's just a plane ride away. That's all you got to think of it, a plane trip away.
All right, I'm not good at goodbyes, so I love you. And
I love you.
don't want nothing bad to happen to you.
Nothing bad's gonna happen.
Okay.
I'm gonna be okay.
All right. Be good.
I know my family doesn't support my move to Morocco or my relationship with Oussama and my plans to marry him. And I admit, it's extremely risky. But I am motivated by love and determination that this is gonna be a good thing for the rest of my life.